Hello, I hope you have a wonderful day. For me, it's a pleasure to present my first exam for this subject under the title Political Problems in El Salvador Democracy. I chose this topic because I think that not many people know about this problematic, a big one, and it's important to find solutions in order to get or in order to improve the democracy and our future leaders in our country. And with this in mind, I want to introduce you what is democracy. Democracy is literally the power of the people. It's the secret tool that allows the population of a nation to choose freely their rulers and their representatives in the government. Um, Protecting in this way the collective will and the will of a human being and guaranteeing our rights, our decisions, and our future. So we have many kinds of democracy nowadays. So, for example, we have a presidential democracy, parliamentary democracy, and in the case of our country, El Salvador, we have the presidential democracy. That means that we have the opportunity to choose a president as head of state, but also we have an advantage because we have a balance. We have the three branches of the state: execute, uh, judicial, and legislative. So we have a balance with this. Democracy in El Salvador. Democracy in El Salvador was never perfect. We got our peace, we got our democracy after a cycle, after a period of military dictatorship, after more than a decade of war, of civil war. We got peace with the agreement of Chapultepec, and since that day we have the opportunity to choose our leaders, our representatives in the government. But democracy in El Salvador was never perfect. But in the year of 2019, democracy in El Salvador was used by the Salvadorian people once again when they elect Nayib Bukele as the new president of El Salvador. Nayib Bukele, a young leader that won the title of President of El Salvador with more than the 53% of the votes, was a fresh air for the political life and political activity of El Salvador. But in February of uh, 2020, Nayib Bukele went with a military force to the Legislative Palace, and that was an attack of the freedom and principles of democracy and freedom that the three branches of the state protects. A year later, a similar situation happens when when the new legislature, allied with Bukele, dismissed the general fiscal without a right process and justification, and that brought us some negative consequences that affect us until this day. For example, the fall of national bonds in the international market, and that stops economic invest in the country. Some investors uh, prefer in that time to run from El Salvador to invest their money in another place. And also, that caused some international programs. Um, some countries, some international organizations had human or economic programs in our country, but since that day, they cut the programs. So we have some solutions in order to improve the quality of our future democracy or our future representatives in the government. For example, we can create a program that allows the population to know more about democracy, to know more about the kind of leaders that we had and we have in nowadays, and they can learn that democracy is important and we need to have a balance in our country and in our form of government. Also, we can inform friends and family in our daily life about this, and they can thinking about this, and we can vote in the next elections for people that we can think that they could be better leaders or better rulers than the rulers that we have in nowadays. So I think that's all. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you have a wonderful day.